Hello, Broughal Middle School community. This is Mr. Amato, the principal of Broughal Middle School. Today I'm going to go over a presentation on what would happen if Broughal Middle School would follow a BASD short-term remote closure schedule. So why would Broughal Middle School follow a short-term remote closure schedule? Well, the COVID numbers are rising around us, and that doesn't mean that we're going to close, that those numbers are up. It just means that we want to prepare you in the event that a closure would happen, you would be ready to go. Our students wouldn't lose a day of instruction, and we would follow this short-term remote closure schedule. Why would we do that? Well, Dr. Roy, working with the local Bethlehem Health Bureau and St. Luke's University Health Network, would determine that a short closure is needed based on COVID cases to a specific building, a community, or the district as a whole. The governor or the PA Department of Health would mandate that a school district must close. Note, there is a difference between a suggested closure from the governor or the state versus a mandated one. If the closure is suggested, Dr. Roy and health officials will use local data to make an informed decision for our district or for a specific school. What will the short-term remote schedule look like? Well, it will look like a typical school day, just done remotely and virtual using Zoom. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, A to L students will follow that Zoom schedule. Wednesdays and Fridays, the M to Z students will follow the Zoom schedule. So what does that look like? From 8 to 8:45, there will be office hours and support. Then from 8:45 to 9:30, we'll go period one. And then as you can see on the schedule below, each period follows afterwards. Each grade level has a specific schedule to follow, and it goes through period one, period two, period three. There is a jump or 4, 5, or 6 because those are the lunch periods and students will not have a Zoom for lunch. From 11:45 to 12:55, for 12:45, as you can see on the schedule, all students will have lunch at the same time. So there will be an hour break in the day. So students will be in a Zoom from 8:45 to 10:45 for an AM block, and they'll follow their period schedule as below, including their core classes and the related arts courses. And then they'll have that lunch break from 11:45 to 12:45, and then there'll be a PM block from 12:45 to 3. And then from 3 to 3:25, there will be time for tutoring support if needed. Remember, each grade level has their own schedule. So here's one for 6 following this column. Here's one for 7 following this column. And here's one for 8 following this column. So remember, that schedule will be followed and those Zoom times will be posted in the student's Schoology folder. So let's reiterate what that looks like again. So I'm going to break that down. 1, e-classroom students will join their corresponding A to L or M to Z hybrid groups and follow that schedule that I just talked about. So here's the breakdown again. A to L remote learning schedule. Students with the last names that start with A to L will have an on-stage instruction via Zoom, replacing that in-person instruction. It will be synchronized to an adapted daily bell schedule, which I showed you every Tuesday and Thursday. That will be that live day. Students with the last names that start with A to L will work independently to complete asynchronous assignments on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. M to Z's remote learning schedule will look like this. Students with the last names that start with letters M to Z will have that on-stage instruction via Zoom, replacing that in-person instruction, synchronized to the daily bell schedule on Wednesdays and Fridays. Students with the last names with letters M to Z will work independently to complete asynchronous online coursework on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Unlike the spring of last year, our students will be required to attend those live Zooms. That will be part of their instruction. If they are not there, they will be marked absent and therefore being truant from school if that continues to happen. So let's reiterate what Mondays will look like. Mondays in the AM, teachers will be using that time to plan and collaborate and post lessons. In the PM, teachers will post office hours to have check-in for all students, whether you're an A to L or to M to Z. That's what Mondays will always look like. Schoology, and students will use Schoology. That is the hub of our how we post our assignments now in the hybrid model and the e-classroom model. We will continue to use that so the students know what to do. Attendance will happen every day, no matter if you're on that on-stage day with that Zoom or that off-stage day. Students will take attendance daily and must complete the daily attendance check on Schoology. All the courseworks and the Zoom links will be posted in their folders in the Schoology for under their teachers' courses. So if I'm an A to L student and Tuesday is my day to have those virtual Zooms, I'm going to go into every course that I have on that day, and I'm going to go, okay, today I gotta report to a Zoom on this day, and I follow that existing schedule. And my Zoom links will be in there, and the teachers will have that instruction for you. So I'm going to reiterate that and restate what that looks like again on this infographic. So Mondays are check-in days for all students. So in that afternoon time, students may attend office hours that are posting. On Tuesdays, if you look on the document in front of you or the graphic, A to L students will follow their online schedules synchronously. M to Z students will be working independently on assignments posted in Schoology from their teachers. On Wednesdays, the M to Z students will be now live Zoom synchronous. And in the afternoon, the A to L students, or not the afternoon, in general, the A to L students will be working independently. And then again on Thursday, A to L will be live with their teachers via Zoom. M to Z will be working independently. Fridays, M to Z will be live on Zoom. And then A to L will be working independently, and they will complete this all the way through every week until that short-term closure is lifted. When that short-term closure is lifted, the students will go right back to that hybrid model and resume the hybrid schedule. So this is just an informative video. It is not saying that we are definitely following in that closure immediately. It is just we want to prepare you. We want to prepare the community to let you know, one, that we have a plan. Two, that we want to keep learning happening whether we are in school or out of school. And we want to follow the same routines that we have in the hybrid model, as well as that remote learning closure model, if that would happen, so that our students continue to follow the same routine. But here's the difference when it's that remote learning schedule. Parents, we're going to need your assistance. We're going to need your help to make sure that the students are online and Zooming. It is important that they get that instruction from the teacher. It is important for you as a parent that the students have that, because then it will keep their learning going, and the power of that teacher with them delivering that instruction is what they are going to need so that we can continue to learn during this COVID time. As I said over and over again, we are a family, and during a time like this, it is our job to rally around each other to help each other out to get through this. We will get through this, Broughal Middle School. We will succeed this. We will fight this COVID crisis, and we will come out stronger in the end. During this time, we're going to have a little hiccups and bumps. That's okay. If you need us, Broughal Middle School will be open. You can call us. We will be here. You can always email myself or Miss Zodi or Mr. Sanchez, or your children's guidance counselor, Mrs. Soto, or Miss Simpson, for anything during this time. If you need other assistance beyond the academic side, you may also email our community school coordinator, Mrs. Criazzo, and she will gladly help. All this information will be posted on the website. I strongly suggest you check that daily. Have a great evening and a good rest of the week. And we're going to get through this. And again, this is an informative video. It is not telling us that we are definitely doing this. We will only institute this if and when a short-term closure is recommended. And when that happens, you will be notified via parent link. It will be posted on the website, and we will send out a blast through email. Thank you.